Okay, what's up? This is the first official video on the Tallow Truth YouTube channel. I've been wanting to do more content for a while. Some of you might have seen the ads where I'm talking in these rooms and with the logo and talking about the F-bomb, because advertising is how you sell products, right? Letting people know about your products. And so my name's Ben, I'm the founder, and the plan is to do more content on this channel just about the brand, about what we're building, and about what's going on. Because while I've been sharing snippets and pieces over the past 2 years, since May of 2023 when we launched, there's so much that goes on that really should be shared and documented, not only for the benefit of this brand and what we're trying to build, but just to have a record of what has been going on, because this brand has changed my life. It has been an incredible, just crazy journey over the last 2 years. And so I want to give more context around what has that been like? What's it like building a business, in Canada, where we make all the products, where we ship out all the products, and we do all this stuff, right? So, we were largely inspired by the Freedom Convoy. I had such a big impact on my life, even though I actually was in the States when that went down, which is a story for another time. But a lot of you will know it was such a dark time in Canada. And I actually left when the border was closing because I didn't know what was going to happen that winter. And it was like a depressing time. More on that later, but that's why I have this hat, this Fringe 2022 hat, and we are going to sell them in this fall. But I'm just here in our current space, which is where I do a lot of these videos. Right now we have a separate shop that is 10 minutes away where we make the F-bomb, where we make the products, right? And so we'll get into some other videos of that. We'll talk about some of that stuff. But largely, I just wanted to introduce myself on this channel and say that I'm happy you're here. We spend so much money on marketing, and I can talk about marketing and some of that stuff because I know like a bunch of people who follow us, they run businesses. They want to grow their businesses too. And, it's not an accident that we grew as fast as we did. Now we've done millions of dollars in revenue, which is incredible. We've been able to, hire a team, give people jobs here in Canada, create excitement in our community, and hopefully inspire other people who not only like the products, but like that we actually, support stuff and are vocal about saving this great country that is Canada, and hopefully, making it great again, which is another conversation that we can talk about. But this is an intro. My name's Ben. This is sort of the first space we got, month to month. We were out of the kitchen and the basement. I was making the stuff myself. We hired family and friends to start helping out. We were running out of space there. At one point we had 6 or 7 people in the basement making the F-bomb and the products. And it was absolutely crazy. The landlord came for an inspection because I rent my house. I don't own a house. I was literally broke like 3 years ago. And that's another story too. I started to learn marketing. I started freelancing. I started helping out other brands, totally obsessing over this. And then eventually I knew I wanted to start my own brand. I was into the carnivore diet. I was into ancestral stuff for my own health. And it all came together with the F-bomb, kind of having the idea for that, being a fan of beef tallow, seeing the market that it was going towards this, and all that to sort of put together this brand with the freedom spin on it because of the inspiration from the Freedom Convoy. But like I said, this is just the first of many more videos to talk about this stuff. You guys can drop questions in the comments if you want, but I think I was talking about marketing. Yeah, going back to that quickly, is we spent, Facebook and Instagram ads is how we've largely grown and let people know about us, right? Which is a skill set in itself, but we spend a ton of money. Like, most people don't know this, but a third to a half of the money of a brand that grows that way, that's not unusual. A quarter to a half, depending on how aggressive you are, goes towards Facebook, which I don't like to say that, but it's like, that's how you get attention these days, right? And you can go build organically, which is what I want to do now with this channel, so that people can just follow the journey and come. But to let people know, you've got to break through the noise, and that's really freaking expensive. And that's another thing people sometimes ask about. They're like, oh, why aren't your products cheaper? And it's like, okay, if I only wanted to make these in my kitchen and slowly let people know about them through word of mouth, then you could charge cheaper. But to run a business and to be profitable, which is what we're trying to do, is you have to have margins, which is why we charge what we do. Also, because the quality's there. We want to have good quality products, and we need to be able to charge a premium to be able to do that. So that's another conversation as well around pricing. Also, frankly, in Canada, $100 bill is the new $20 bill. I know that sounds like harsh, but like, it's just the way it is. So that's another conversation about inflation and stuff. But my goal was always to be able to charge premium prices for the trust that people have in us and for the quality of products that we have. And because people want to be associated with the Tallowed Truth. They know that they can trust this stuff, that they support what we're doing, and that this is money going to build a good Canadian business. It's going to good people. And this is something that they want to exist. And so that they're happy to give their money. And those are the customers that we want to double down on and serve. But enough about that for now. This is the Tallowed Truth. My name's Ben. We're going to be making a lot more content about the brand and about what's going down. We took over the space next door, and we're painting it right now. We've been renovating. We've invested most of the money we've made so far, or a good chunk of it, into this renovation to, I shouldn't say most of it, but a good amount of money, like investing it back into the business, so that we can continue to make this a sick place, you know, like an actual company, where we've got a footprint, where we make the stuff, and where we grow an awesome culture. And, you know, hopefully down the road, people come and they want to, you know, we can show them what we do and they can visit the headquarters and we can have a store and we can bring cool people together who love freedom. There's all kinds of visions of awesome stuff we can do down the road. But for now, this is where we're at. Like I said, for the first year, it was out of my house. It was crazy. We got this place month to month, which was an amazing blessing. We were able to afford the rent, and then continuing to double down and investing back into the business. We now have the space next door. Maybe that'll be the next video, as I'll give you the walkthrough over there. But yeah, transparently, this is just, I want to document more of what we're doing and to invite you into it. So please subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a question about a video that you want to see or something that you want to learn about. I'm going to try to be as transparent as I can. There's some trade secrets that I won't share, but honestly, overall, pretty open book here, and I can share what we're doing. This is my office. It's a bit of a mess right here behind the scenes. But this is it. Like I said, another space. My brother's office is literally a closet right now. This was mine at first, and then we traded. We got our boxes and stuff. But humble beginnings, honored by the amazing customers that we have and so many people who support the mission and the freedom and the stuff that we do. You know, we want to put Canada on the map with this brand as like, what the heck, they came from Canada. You know, like I get people in the comments, you know, in the US, because we sell in the US too, and they say stuff like, we have the freedom message and they're like, oh, but Canada's communist. Like, that is the reputation we're starting to have, and we need to break that. We need to fix that. And people are going to be like, yeah, did you know that badass brand, the Tallowed Truth, they're actually from Canada? And I know there's tons of other cool brands, like maybe some of you even owning this have awesome businesses or brands, and we need to grow and we need to inspire other people with that message. So I think I'll leave it there. Like I said, first official video up on the YouTube channel, and hope you subscribe, hope you enjoy this content. We're going to keep making awesome products, and I'm glad you're here. My name's Ben. This is the Tallowed Truth. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.